What does one say to an ancient Nephilim ghost?
I suppose you start with...
Go! Get to the chopper!
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
What's going on YouTube? It's Filthy and we're back with another video. Season 28 Diablo 3 PTR and build up. Today we're looking at the wizard starting set, the Hydra. We have done a GR speed guide for this, but this today is going to be the Torment 16 and bounty build. Infinite teleport, just bonkers toughness, completely indestructible pretty much, and a lot of fun to play and fairly easy out the gate for the wizard. Before we do jump in and go through it all, though, as always guys, thumbs up brightens my day, and let me know, are you planning on starting wizard or are you going DH, or maybe going something different? Let me know. Right, the Hydra set, we're not going to go through the mechanics of it. We did that in quite a bit of detail on the GR guide, so I don't see the sense in boring everybody to death and going through it. What we are doing is we're dropping the Fragment of Destiny. So that is the wand that buffs up the Spectral Blade. It's a 300% modifier loss, but at Torment 16, at public bounties, which are equivalent to GR 81, we can absolutely crush them with this build. That is with all of the paragon taken out, except for the move speed, so footage in the background is completely without the paragon. Obviously we have nice gear because it is PTR. I don't think we bothered augmenting most of it, so this is fairly easy to get going, I think. Right, so the Hydra modifiers we do have are the Magistrate Helm, 300% extra damage in the cube, Serpent Sparker, 300% damage. You probably want that in the cube rather than the Aether Walker, because the Aether Walker doesn't have like a damage range. Again, you want one with the crafted primal, so I guess it doesn't matter too much. You could craft yourself a primal Serpent Sparker, but your Aether Walker you would be able to use on your Meteor build as well. We have got the Winter Flurry. We don't bother taking the Blizzard because we absolutely don't need it. If, let's say, when you really first get going and picking this build up, and you've got like nothing, crap items and absolutely nothing at all, sure, put the Blizzard on. Winter Flurry will give you an extra 150%. I just can't be bothered pressing Blizzard. We don't need it. The Hydras will essentially insta-detonate anything on T16 anyway, so we don't need to waste our time doing that. We've got the Enforcer for more damage. Squirts is double damage. The shield is always up because not only have we stacked Vitality in the gear, we've got the Blood Braces to double the shield. We've got the Magic Weapon Deflection for the shield. We've got Galvanizing Ward for shield. So we are shielded to the absolute gills in this build, which is really nice. We've got the Stone of Jordan just so that we can do a bit of cold damage, bit of elite damage, cold and crit on braces, cold damage, Hydra damage, crit chance on your Winter Flurry if you can, cold double crit on your squirts, Bane of the Trapped for more damage, and then the Boon of the Hoarder for the gold so you can run a little faster. You do have infinite teleport with the Aether Walker. It does cost arcane power, but with the Crimsons, with the resource cost reduction, resource cost reduction in the helm, plus the potions, we are getting quite a lot of value out of the cooldown pylons, out of the resource shrines, so we're absolutely golden on resource. Plus we've got a bunch of resource generating things in the build, so we were just golden on it, trust me. Hydra, Frost Hydra will stick with that for the rune. Familiar Arcanaut, we get 4.5 arcane power every second, which is brilliant. We've got Storm Armor, Power of the Storm, 3 arcane power reduction in all skills whilst it is active. I should actually also say that we are taking the Carini. This does give us 80% damage reduction. The set native gives us 80% damage reduction. We get damage reduction from the Crimson, so we are super tanky. So you can take this out. You can play with the Lasty Ring if you want a little bit more move speed. But as we have such high reliance on teleport, I think you may as well take the Hail of Carini, and it's perfect for the bounties as well. Back to the skills, Diamond Skin Prism. If you pop this, you will be able to absorb 40% of your life in incoming attacks. Really tanky if you want to time it. And also, if you just want to spam it, you get 9 off your arcane power costs whilst it is up and active. Teleport Safe Passage for damage reduction. Magic Weapon Deflection for that massive shield, as we talked about. Power Hungry for more damage, enemies further away. Audacity for more damage up close and personal. Astral Presence for yet more arcane power and arcane power regen, and Galvanizing Ward for the shield. Haven't taken the cheat death. You normally speaking with the Hydra, you're going to take the Follower Enchantress with the gain access to all skills. That gives you cheat death there, and really you've got to basically stand in an explosion on purpose to proc, and even then you'd probably have to not have your diamond skin active. I still think you might well survive it, because you are just ludicrously tough. Right, let's think. Is there anything else to talk about? We want Hydra damage on your chest and on your shoulders. Important rolls, you can get like 45% Hydra damage across those two and your source. Resource cost reduction is not essential in this build, but I've stacked it anyway because we're going to probably use these pieces for our Meteor T16 and Meteor GR speeds as well. We haven't bothered rolling the gloves at all, so resource cost reduction would maybe help. I mean, we're so super juiced on it, it's probably fine. And then we've got a bunch of defensive stats on everything, but really it's super easy mode for Torment 16 key farming. For GR81, this build will absolutely crush. Feel free to take any of these things off if you think you're absolutely golden for arcane power. There are ways of getting more damage aside from just simply sticking the Blizzard on or the gigantic modifier. Probably go for the Apocalypse rune because it has got the biggest AoE, I think. But you could swap magic weapon deflection and go for force weapon for a bit more damage. Your familiar, similarly, there is a different rune for damage, I think. Yeah, Spark Flint will give you 10% damage. There's a bunch of stuff. If you drop the Carini, your Storm Armor, you could swap that off to something else. So again, it's a fairly flexible build. You can't really go wrong with it. And as the start, it's actually really powerful. Very, very, you're going to have a really good time, I think, if you pick Wizard and start off with this build, because it'll just crush stuff. The Hydras, I always thought were an underrated build in this game. Now that they've essentially been doubled, and we've got the Altar of Rites with all the extra juice and tears, this thing just demolishes the T16 rifts. Absolutely no problemo. Right, that has been the guide. I hope you enjoyed the footage in the background. I don't know whether I'm going to start Wizard or DH. Might start Necro, and unless maybe my group needs me to do Barb, but it'll probably be Wizard, Necro, or DH is what I'm thinking. I don't want to do Witch Doctor. There seems no point in that. Seems no point in Crusader, and I guess Barb for support Bob maybe, but other than that, this is a lot of fun. DH is a lot of fun, and Necro is a lot of fun. If it's just a casual YOLO playthrough, I'm probably picking Wizard or Necro because they've got the starting sets that have been altered and buffed. Gears of Dreadlands we've played a bazillion times, so yeah, maybe you could go for a Wizard start and it'd be a nice little spice to the season for you. That's been the guide. Hope you enjoyed it. I've been the Filthy Casual. I'll see you again real soon. Take it easy, guys. Peace.